Yes, welcome to another Monday. I really love Mondays, man.
Hey,
It's a fresh beginning, you
that's
know?
that's what I said. We were talking about that this morning. Everybody hate Mondays. I'm like, but that's a new chance to do something different for the new week. So I love it.
Yeah, man. We need. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I love Mondays, man. A new fresh week, new goals, new ideas. I'm very creative on Mondays, but I want to thank you guys for tuning in and logging in and maybe call in and let's talk, man. Listen to Mr. Brian Joe. Now I'm curious about the last name. Hold on, before I say anything, if I hack your
Hey,
name up.
no, but that's not wrong. Joe Bear is not wrong. That's just
Okay.
a more French pronunciation.
Ah,
I pronounce it Jubert. I say my dad
Jubert.
say Jubert, so I say Jubert.
I said Joe Bear.
Joe Bear is not incorrect. Though.
Okay.
That's just
All
not
right.
how I pronounce it. But that's like I do have a part of my family that pronounces Joe Bear.
Okay.
Joe Bears.
All right. Because I kept calling you Joe Bear. I said, is it Joe Bear or Jubert or Joe Bert?
Yeah.
I never really heard your last
I'm
name
really
pronounced.
surprised when they say, because I do get some people that say Jubert.
Okay.
And I'm surprised when they get it. I'm like, you got it exactly right. But
Okay.
for Gilbert was basically the way that most people pronounce it.
Right. Well, that's awesome because I'm glad I did not hack this man's last name.
Hey,
Oh my God. I'm good for doing that
and
though.
I tell you, but I don't care how you say it as long as you spell it right on the check.
See, this is why I love this guy. All right, so before we get started with Mr. Joe Bear, give a shout out. First of all, I'm glad you guys tuned in. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a blessed weekend, a very productive weekend. I hope you guys were healthy and you stayed hydrated because it's hot, man. It's burning up out there, so it's important for you guys to take care of yourself and stay hydrated. So, like I always do, I go in, I say thank you for my sponsors, Dr. Troy Gathers. Thank you once again. Nurse Royce Evans, I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, to my new sponsor, Natural Is. Natural products, hair products, clothing, everything. She's really dope. That's coming in right now. So look for her soon. And then also, let's see what else going on. Shout out to Artists Rock the Mic Foundation. They're doing a lot of the next to the 25th. It's free concerts at Woodruff Park.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Man, it was jamming down there last weekend, man.
Yeah, that's what I
Last
tell
week.
you, but that's why I love the A, man. There's so much stuff go on here, man. Free concerts, so many things that people be sleeping on.
Yeah.
That just don't know. But like I say, every day is some type of concert. Or
Yeah.
festival.
Oh my God, man. Well, I tell you, them people was having a good old time down there.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Okay, so let's make some announcements going in. Oh, shout out to the fashion show I was at yesterday. I spoke a little bit. She said, "Give me a quick 45." I said, and it didn't help that I was late, and I was like, "Oh man!" So I was like 5 minutes late anyway, but I came in and gave them a strong 45 and peeled out, So shout out to them. The fashion show is mostly like 40 and over. Age is beauty. Shout out to the Lingale agency. So, what I'm saying, there's a lot of people there who are 40 and over, but, still doing their thing and still
Yeah.
moving around, So I love to see that energy among people who are taking care of themselves. So Artists Rock that mic, and so now, one day else going on, we're going to talk about right now, Mr. Brian Joe Beard. Now, look, if you don't know this guy, man, look.
Hey, that's why we out here, but that's why we here right now.
Man, look, I appreciate you for blessing me,
man.
coming through. This guy right here, I'm going to tell you right now why we live on the radio everywhere. I appreciate you, because you said some things last year and then you showed me some things, your actions. You was getting to it. You was living those dashes, man, And I'm sitting back. I'm like, man, Brian is getting it. Having fun, enjoying life, traveling. I see, I want that. I want that. So I appreciate this brother for coming on, taking time out of his productive schedule, his busy schedule, and coming in. Total Wellness Show with Terrence 108 Praise Radio, man. This is a blessing to have this guy here. There's so many things I can say in my own words, but tell him who you are briefly in your own words.
Hey, like you say, man, I'm Brian Jobert, Jubert. However you want to say it, ladies, slow it up, say Jobert.
That's boy
So
crazy.
I take it all kind of ways. But the thing is, man, I'm a tax professional. That's what everybody know me for in the beginning. I'm going to my 22nd year in the tax business, and that's my first passion. That's my love. but that transition more to me teaching, teaching entrepreneurship, teaching people. And that's now, man, that's really my joy, is really educating and teaching, especially now the young generation, and teaching them how to get to the levels I've gotten to.
Right.
And being able to set yourself free financially and socially.
Yeah.
Like you said, and so that's why I love doing these shows, and that's why I love, getting out in front of people. That's why I love doing this conference that's coming up, because I always say, I'm probably done more than 90% of the people that I know, and that most people know. And I don't say that in a bragging way.
Right,
I say that in a way that I've lived. I've lived
Right.
life,
Yeah.
and like you said, I talk about doing the dashes. I talk about live to live.
Right.
And the thing about it is, even since my early 20s, that's been my mindset.
Wow.
Because I've seen some things, I've been through some things to show me that life can end at any time.
Yeah, it's
Life is
precious.
short, and it's precious, so you got to get it in.
Yeah.
And live a no regret lifestyle. And so that's basically now what not only am I teaching, but I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I want people to know that it's possible.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that I come from very humble, backgrounds. And if people who know my background, and if you at the conference, you're gonna find out some things. Like, wow, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that.
So that's a good part of it. But my thing is really just to get that out, man. And so that's where the whole Rich Boy come from.
Yeah.
Which is really interested in caring how businesses operate internally.
Okay, cool,
So
cool.
it's not really about the lifestyle per se. It's
Right.
really about the teaching and teaching people how to structure their business properly.
Yeah, and you're doing that with ease and grace, and you're living it. So when you do things by example, people follow through on that. They say like, you know what? Because even for me, I see you moving around. I'm like, be moving around. I need to move around more. I need to network more. I need to get out there and push. And I'm inspired by that. I like the way you're moving out there.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate that, and that's my goal. Is not, since you're inspired by it, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Let's see how we can collab and what's missing to where you're not making it happen, because
Right.
it's possible.
Right.
And the thing is, I tell people, everybody say, well, I live vicariously through you. I say, well, live with me.
I know, right?
So,
Yeah, I know. I
the
know.
thing is
Yeah.
that it can happen.
Yeah.
And I'm not the first person to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So when I do the travels and I get out and I go to these places, I'm in awe by some of the people I'm running
Right.
into.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
so that
Yeah.
keeps me humble. So that let me know that what I'm doing is basically a small piece of
Right.
pie.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, don't get comfortable.
Right.
Because there's people out here doing real things, making real money. doing
Real money,
travels.
and no doubt about that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the financial conference. What was your concept for creating that or bringing that up right now?
Well, my first thought was, man, and it realistically, it all came from the book. I wrote my first book called Running with Blinders, and it's the top 17 mistakes in small business. And I've been doing seminars based off the book. I've been doing different things based off the book because of the information in it, I think, is invaluable. But it was so crazy because on one day, I was at the gym, and I was talking to Renault Ross, which is one of our speakers. And Renault said, man, I pulled your book out, man. He said, I pulled your book back out. And he said, man, your book is phenomenal. He said, hit me in places and brought things to me that I didn't even think about. He said, and I had it for a while. He said, but, sometimes you're not in that place at the time.
Right.
He said, I don't think I was there initially. He said, but then as I grew and I went back and reread it, he said, man, that's amazing. He said, man, you got to do something, a conference, seminar, something called Removing the Blinders.
Right, removing the
and
blinders.
I said, wow. I said, you know what? That's great. Now we've showed people they're running with blinders. We need to show them how to take those blinders off.
Right, exactly.
So just so happened later that evening, I had a meeting with a young lady that's she's a hairstylist, pretty known in the Atlanta area to the celebrities, and she wanted to meet with me on something. She wanted me to be a part of her program. And she said, Brian, we gotta get this together. She said, because they gotta get your book. She said, because your book is just amazing. She said, I tell everybody about it. She said, and I read it again. And I'm like, wow. On the same day.
Right.
Two different situations, I say, well, you know what, man, that's a sign. I'm a big believer of signs.
Yeah, me too.
For somebody that on certain they come in and just praise my book like that, don't know each other.
Right.
I say, you know what, it's time. I said, it's time. And then that just kind of manifested, started having me thinking about over the last few years, man, just the love I've been getting from people.
Yeah.
Just it's I ain't gonna say overwhelming. It's overwhelming in a great way. The fact that, like, you know what, damn, you that dude now.
Yeah.
You know, because so many people come to me with tax questions, with business questions. You know, I mean, people hit me up on social media asking me to mentor their sons and daughters.
That's
people
why-
I don't even know.
That's why you are the premier tax guy.
Exactly, brother.
You see,
know.
that's why.
Yeah, so that's just amazing. Like to hit as many people hit me up. Like, man, I need a mentor. Yeah, B, I see you doing it. Hey, I got a question. And it's folks that ain't never like some of the people. I don't even know where they come from.
Right.
They told me they saw somebody that said they saw me somewhere, you know, and I was like, wow. And I know it's real because it reflects in the money.
Right.
So
right.
when they start bringing me their business and I don't
Right.
know where they come
Oh, it's
from,
definitely real.
I know it's expanding, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you know what? It's time. It's time to
Right.
do something on a bigger scale. And so that's where the conference pretty much manifests from because I wanted to give people my journey and show you that, you know, I came from humble beginnings, but I took it to another level and you can do it. And this
Right.
is the steps. So really what I wanted to do was give people the steps to get there through entrepreneurship, through business. But then I also know that I didn't do this by myself.
Right. Right.
You
You
know,
have a
it was
team.
people and situations along the way that allowed me to get there. You know,
Right.
and one of the reasons why I call you on it because I tell people part of my success and my greatness is through my health. You know, so you see me joking a lot about eating and doing
Right.
certain things, but the thing is, when I cut out beef and pork over 25 years ago, man, that changed my life.
See, I didn't know that about
Yeah.
you till last year when we talked.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
said
yeah.
that. And I was like, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, and so I could never go back, but I always say that kept me in the game because I think I don't get sick, I
Right.
don't catch colds, I'm
Right.
not sluggish, and none
Right.
of that kind. So when you got that type of physical
Right.
ability, then
You're going to go get it.
you gonna get it because
Yeah.
you ain't waking up. Oh, I don't feel like getting out. You know, you sick. I tell people when you're a team
Yeah.
of one in your business, and that one person have to call out.
It's so in you.
That's to your
It's,
business.
yeah.
And see, that's what people don't understand, man. And they think I'm harsh with that. I mean, I say, but let me
No,
tell you
that's
something.
real.
People don't care about you being sick when they need their stuff done.
Exactly.
So if I need some flyers or some business card because I got an event, I'm trying to promote my book, and you my printer, and you say, well, B, you know how it is. You get that code.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have
because
a
I need-
problem.
Because the bill people don't know how it is, so I need
Right.
my cards to go get business for me. So you know what I got to go do? I got to go somewhere else to get my cards because I need them. You know, and so people have to understand that you got to take care of your body, man. And I'm not gonna get into too much of that
Right,
because I know
right,
that's your expertise and that's what you're gonna talk on. But that part of it, you know, and so that's why people like you, I had to bring on because
I appreciate
you know
that.
that's very, very important to your success.
Yeah. It's critical.
Yeah, it's critical.
It's the lifeline to your business. You know, if you're an entrepreneur, you're a busy executive, taking care of your health is critical to all that.
Yeah.
Because like I always say, once you fall ill, God forbid you get in an accident or something, everything slows down. Even your financial health slows down. You're not out there in the game, you're not on the field. You're not making any money like that, but you still can make, you know, residual passive income if you're doing right. You know, that'll hold you down, but you still got to be healthy to run out there and go get it,
You gotta go get it.
you know?
And what I always use the analogy is if you think about sports, if you think about especially more the modern day players, everybody who's in the Hall of Fame achieved greatness. They played for a while.
Yeah, they play.
They played for a while. They played, 12, 15 years plus. The thing is, you got to be in the game.
Yeah,
You can't
definitely.
be in the Hall of Fame
Right.
if you don't be in the game. So if I'm consistently hurt, I'm consistently out, I'm consistently sick, I'm not in the game.
Right.
If I'm not in the game, I can't be an all-star. All-stars make the money.
Right, make the
Hall
money.
of Famers get the glory. So the thing is, if you're talking about making money, you got to be an all-star.
Yeah, you got to play hurt too.
You got to
and
stay
sick.
hurt. Exactly. You can't just go in when you feel good.
Right.
you
Give
know?
me an Advil. I'm gonna sit
Yeah.
this one out.
Exactly.
So, how did you pick the candidates for the award ceremony?
Well,
What was your mindset? And you said, you know what, I'm gonna put this together.
yeah, and I said, no, what I said, I'm gonna put this together. We do enough talking about, ourselves when we do conferences and seminars. I said we bring on speakers to basically fill that void. But I don't ever really get people acknowledging people who's doing great things. And so I say it's too much Facebook fluff out there. It's too much social media fluff. And the issue I have with that is because I'm in the loop. I'm sitting down with people. I'm out networking, and I'm seeing the people that's making noise on social media, but I'm sitting down with them, and I know better.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, it's too many people out here that's really doing great things that people really need to know.
Right.
You know, that nobody, and I ain't gonna say nobody don't know, but the masses don't know, but they need to know.
Yeah.
And they humble enough to where they not tripping on it. You know, I say, but know what? I'm going to expose them and let people know that you need to meet these people. You need to know that they're out there, because the thing is that for everything that we're lacking, there's somebody in our community that's doing it.
Yeah, it's doing it. They know it.
Yeah,
They
and
got the
know
key.
it. And so that's what made me go back to the people that I chose. And just like Joy, man, I always talk about, well, we have two Joys, but Joy Pearson with the joystick. You know, my thing is, I don't know nobody that invented anything.
Right. And that's dope, though.
Yeah, that's dope. You know, so the thing is, you got something that you invented, man. We got somebody in our own community, the black people, that invented something. But you know how many people have ideas in their mind, but never take them out of their head because they don't know where to go next.
No execution.
So now you got somebody that you could talk with.
Right.
You can touch and say, you know what? I got this idea. I got this product already made. How do I get it out to market? How do I find manufacturers? What websites I go to? So, you know, people like that's out here doing things for. If you're on social media, you're in business, you're probably doing some type of video, some type of recording. So if you don't need, you know, her, you need some type of apparatus.
Right.
But why not actually look at hers?
Right.
You know, and so my thing is that you know, something like that, man, that needs to be out in the forefront.
Right. It's multifunctional as well, too.
Yeah, that needs to be on the forefront. People need to know, you know, and I ain't saying you have to go out and buy her product, but you have to know that we got black people out here inventing stuff.
No. Go buy her product.
Yeah. Don't buy, I want you to
You know, go buy her product.
But if nothing else, use it for inspiration. You know, use it for resources. You know, and so, you know, her, Dr. Key Harmon with the Village Market. You know, if you've never been to the Village Market, I always say this is the biggest and the best event for African Americans next to Essence. You know, and that's big. If anybody been to Essence, you're talking about 500,000 people a year, and the convention center have so much empowerment stuff. You know, so I'm comparing her event to something that brings 500,000 people a year, man.
Ooh.
You know, and this is powerful because people need to know she has an event every quarter that brings thousands of black people together to support other black people.
Right.
And people be in there spending money, man. Not just coming in there looking, they come in there spending money.
No window shopping.
People need to know about these things. You know, and so that's what made me really, you know, I don't want to go down the line on everybody.
Right.
Mr. Corey Moore, the network king. Every business needs to be networking. Every business needs to be networking. You know, you got Dr. Joy Fremont. When you're talking about having a dental practice, 21 years in the business with staff of 10, 15 people. You know, we don't even realize that people have staffs of 21 people in our community.
Right, exactly.
You know, and been doing this for a while. You know, she needs to be known. You need to see
Definitely.
You know, that started in her early 20s running a company. You know, and so those type of things need to be magnified, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really what the award part about.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. The people I don't really know, that I met Joy once.
Yeah.
And I interviewed over there last summer, and a really nice woman. I did not know that was her product, you know, but now I know. Well, I knew a few months back, but now I'm going to check you out real soon on that one. Yeah. But definitely, man, you know, it's a beautiful thing. First of all, I'm honored to be a part of it. You know, thanks for having me. Thanks for the opportunity, you know. So I'm going to come in there and really try to learn a lot. You know, that's my whole thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you're going to try. I think you're going to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to slide in there and keep my mouth shut, you know, and my ears open, because there's value in this. There's some nuggets that will be dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Aha moments.
Yeah, I can guarantee.
You know, I'm like, something that make you go like,
I can guarantee that.
Oh, my God. So what's up with the polka dot and stripes thing? Talk about that. Let's promote this. Let's just go ahead and promote your stuff, man.
The fourth year, man. The fourth year, I'm doing the Entrepreneur Cruise on Lake Lanier. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. And then I'm hearing that Lake Lanier did a whole bunch of upgrades. Now they got Margaritaville out there now, and you know, different stuff. So we get to party probably after the party. But, this is the fourth year that I'm doing this on Lake Lanier. We have a theme every year. This year it's polka dots or stripes, and people love that. They love to get a little semi dressed up but casual. Open bar, open buffet. I would say it's for grown people because everybody can't handle an open bar. You know, and so the beauty of it is that I keep it quaint. I keep it to at least 50 people.
Okay.
You know, because my thing is that I want to create. It's not about the money. You know, people. Oh man, you can get this many people. I can do that. You know, no, we want quality. You know, my thing is that's why it's called Entrepreneur Cruise. Now you don't necessarily have to be an entrepreneur,
Right.
But my thing is that I'm connecting people.
Right.
See, for 4 hours you can't go nowhere.
Okay. Right. So
You can't go nowhere. So my thing is that if you get stuck on that boat for 4 hours and you meet 10 people, hopefully 8 of those people are gonna be of value to you.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and so that's the thing is that people are not diddy. They're not gonna be stuck
Right.
up. We come there, we have fun, we network, you
Right.
exchange cards, you meet people, and I guarantee you gonna make some connections.
Yeah.
And then the DJ gonna pump it up. Like I said, the buffet is open, and it becomes a party.
Yeah.
You know,
On the
it-
boat.
It becomes a party, but in that 4 hours, what you done did was you done built the relationship. You know, you done built the connection because now you done got business with somebody, you talking business, but now before you know it, now y'all talking personal stuff, and you
Right,
met a
right.
friend that you done connected with
Right.
off of the boat now. You know, and that's really what it's about, really just bringing great people together, man, and enjoying. And so I handpick probably at least the first 25 people.
Okay.
Because I know that these people gonna be solid. I know that when people come on the boat and they meet them, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'm glad we connected."
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And so what I try not to do is when people see it and say, "Oh, Entrepreneur Crew, this look like fun, open bar." You know, let me get my girls, let me get my people. You know, and you get 7 people come on the boat and ain't nobody about business.
Right. Right.
You know, and then that ain't what I'm looking for.
Right, right,
And I
right.
tell people, it's a lane for all of that.
Yeah.
It's a lane for
But
all
not
of
this
it.
one.
This not the lane. But I don't mind you bringing, 1, 2 of your girls or
Right.
your boy, that may not be business for a company because you never know. You never know what may manifest from it. But, this is not a whole, oh yeah, dude, you can bring the whole crew.
Right.
And so, but it's a good look though. And everybody always talk about how classy everybody look,
Right.
how everybody's dressed, and then what a great time they had. From
Right,
the,
right.
The party part of it.
And when people have a great time, let me tell you something, man. Your spirit, your emotions, your mental clarity, your cognitive awareness, everything is just heightened. You party next to somebody, you meeting a good connection, the check been cut, you on a boat, you hanging out. Like, look, man, that's all about happiness and wellness. Imagine how you feel if you on the boat with the people and the wind blowing, you on the top day of the boat, you hanging out, pocket full of money, you doing your thing. Man, you know how alive you gonna feel.
Yeah, and that's the case. That's a beautiful thing,
Man,
And, so with me, and that's the good part of it, though, bro. I've been blessed, Eric. I've been blessed, and so I don't do a lot of stuff I do for the financial gain.
Right.
I love seeing people coming together, man.
Yeah,
I
I
love
see
people
that in
because
you.
the thing is, when everybody wins, I still win.
Right.
And so my thing is that I really want to put stuff together where people can come together, and even with the conference, my thing was. I figured first year I wasn't gonna make no money. Hopefully wasn't gonna lose none. That was the
Right.
whole goal. But the thing is, if it came off and we packed the house and everybody get some benefit from it, sell
Right,
some
right.
books, get some clients from it, then it's a win situation for me
Right,
because I know
right.
it's gonna only manifest to bigger things.
Okay.
And so I wanted to do different from a lot of conferences. I go to
Right.
conferences all the time.
Yeah.
And so one of the beauties of it too is the fact that the follow-up part. When you go to conferences, once you pump in your chest, you're excited at the conference. Oh man, I'm ready.
Yeah.
A week later, you back to
Yeah.
whatever.
You fizzled out.
Yeah, so this is basically we got seminars and workshops lined up after the conference.
Okay.
All year long. So that way you're excited, but we're not gonna let that die because probably
Right.
3 weeks later somebody got a conference. It may be on a workshop, or I may do a workshop on how to get your business ready for funding, financing, and credit.
Right,
So that
right.
way your business could get in the game.
Right.
Those type of things. Somebody else may have something. We got one on social media. So once you're excited about the conference, we still got stuff going. So
Right.
basically, you may have a piggyback conference or workshop off of that. So that
Right.
way we keeping people engaged all year long.
All year long.
And so that's going to be one of the different dynamics about this conference.
Awesome. So y'all heard that, right? Make sure y'all check with Mr. Joe Beard. Listen up this Saturday right now.
Yes,
You
sir.
better come check it out. Get your tickets in. Oh, matter of fact, I heard the show this morning.
Uh-huh.
I called in. As soon as I called in on the show, he has a show, The Basement to the Boardroom, every Monday morning, 10 to
11.
10 to 11. Look, let me tell you something. I called in this morning. I was listening in. Man, look, I immediately started picking up nuggets on this show.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I was like, wait, hold on. I need to call this number every Monday morning.
Hey man, look, that's what it's about, man. That's what it's all about, though. Really, just being able to get information to the masses, though. Really. So,
It was.
we're glad you called in, brother.
Yeah, man. Ty Shane said some things about that get in front of more people who love cake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And that's the thing. You got to
The analogy of it.
You can't go and recruit everybody who's in shape already.
Right.
You know that
It ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work. They're gonna
It
be
ain't
trying to
gonna work.
recruit you because
Yeah.
that's what they do. So like you said, if you're a trainer, if you're a fitness expert, you got to get in people that really not that healthy.
Right.
So you can get them healthy.
Exactly. So let me ask you a question though. When did you first fall in love with playing tennis though?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say hip hop. I thought we were going back.
Nah. It's another show.
Hey, I fell in love with tennis, man, probably about 7-8 years ago. And it's crazy because I love playing basketball. But, I remember at LA Fitness going to some of these gyms.
Right.
You go there, it's like 648 people there.
Party.
And you go play. Cats gonna fuss for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Then if you go play and your team lose, you gotta wait 30 minutes before you play again. And I was like, nah, man, I need something.
You need something else.
So I wanted to get back. I miss that competitive spirit because I'm extremely competitive. And I miss that. And then I love, I love the workout of sports, especially basketball, football.
Yeah,
Things
definitely.
that I can move and use my athleticism. So me and one of my partners like, man, we heard that tennis is some great exercise.
Yeah.
Great workout. Let's get out here. So we started hitting, and so I signed my daughter up for some lessons. And I was out there, and the coach was like, well, why don't you play? I said, well, no, I just play for exercise, me and my boy. So she got me out there.
Yeah.
And, man, that whole competitive thing kicked in, and just seeing the workout in it,
Yeah.
man. And I love it, man. It's like, I hear cats be talking about they golf. But that tennis, I love it because you can do tennis for an hour and a half, and you didn't have a workout.
You done had a workout. That's a total body workout.
It's a total body workout. And whenever I want to get right back, man, I could play tennis for about a month. And my body gets right back, and then it does so much for the heart. The heart is so strong with it,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love it, man. I can go. I'm creating a new goal. My goal is to start traveling around the world playing tennis. So that'd be the ultimate job. They got a show where a lady, what she do is she go to all these different islands and countries. And she go to the tennis resorts, and she give
play.
them some publicity, but she plays, she eat,
Okay.
and all of that. I'm like, that's what I want to do. Man.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. But I never was a tennis player. I couldn't really control my power every time I hit the ball, especially when we were kids. But we used to be out there on the court all the time. Now, tennis is a very coordination sport. Eye-hand contact, eye-feet coordination, all this stuff like that. So your mind has to be in the game. You got to follow the ball, or what Wayne Gretzky said, follow the puck, anticipate where the ball is going to be.
A lot of that.
So it helps you with your mental clarity, and it helps raise up a lot of good emotions in you. Every time you go out there and play hard for about an hour is a great workout.
Right, and that don't sound like much.
Right, but
I
it's a
tell
lot.
people, if you
There's
don't
a lot.
play, I don't care what kind of shape you in. You get out there for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You get out there for 20 minutes, you'll feel it.
Yeah.
Because your body just, especially if you hadn't played, because you start and stopping, running back side to side, so you doing everything. You working up, you're twisting, you're hitting, so you using every component, man, from top to bottom.
Right.
And so, and then on top of that is cardio.
Right,
And
exactly.
so, those twitches when you get older, your muscles are used to them twitches,
Man, look, you be
so all I hear is like,
yeah,
you
definitely.
got to be ready, man. But I love it, because it and I think all of that feeds together. Like I said, because if you're competitive in tennis, you're gonna be competitive in business. And I think all of that works hand in hand. When you start having and understanding the coordination between, being able to think, run, move, hit, swing, all at the same time.
All at the same time, right.
That's going in business. You're going to be able to juggle some other things at the same time as well.
Definitely.
And so I think all of it, man, really kind of go hand in hand, and that's why I love it, I see where the correlations are.
Yeah, what was the feeling you had when you went to Wimbledon? Then you went there?
Yeah.
What was that feeling like for you?
Let me clarify. I've been to the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to the stadium, but I hadn't been when they played.
Okay.
When I visit there, I went and checked out the stadium, and it was just to stay you stood there and was awesome, especially,
Right.
and it's unfortunate that I always say as a black man, there's certain things that I do that we just don't do in our community, but, stuff like that. And even in Australia, man, at where they played Australian Open, I was able to go through there, walk through the locker rooms, do
Yeah.
everything, hear some of the stories from some of the people,
Yeah.
but those little things, Wimbledon, man, Australia, going to those stadiums and actually when you see it on TV,
Right.
that's the thing that always brought me joy. It's like when you saw stuff on TV,
Right.
but then you actually get a chance to
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah. You'd be like,
that's
man.
amazing.
Yeah.
And it does so much, man, for kids. That's why I'm big on kids really getting exposure because I know how it was with me. Like when growing up, listening to NWA and all that, I started hearing about Slauson Ave and Latea and all those streets, and and then when I went there and I'm on Slauson, I'm in Compton, it was like, man, you couldn't even understand the children because you see this on TV, you hear it, but now to be there personally,
breathe
what
it all
that does
in.
is it opens up your mind to other travel now.
Yeah.
So now when you're watching other TV shows and it's things in other countries and you see the Great Wall and you're like, man, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
And you get there, you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm here, though,
That's what I like about you. 'Cause I was like, he got me wanting to try. I told you before. I was like, yo, B. Oh man.
But it's beautiful, man. It's one of the best things you can do because it shows you that things are possible when you get there and you start scratching those goals. But then also just seeing other economies and seeing how other people operate.
Right.
We be thinking we the only people do certain things and do it certain ways.
Nah,
you go to these
nah.
other countries, you realize
We ain't
man,
doing too
might be
much.
behind.
Yeah.
We might just be behind.
Yeah,
like,
no
like
doubt.
These folks out here doing
They
things,
living.
man, and understand, And that's the misconception that we have is that we think America and then other people, what happens is countries, they paint pictures, I mean, not countries, but TV and media paint other countries a certain way.
Right.
And we don't get a chance to see, what the country is really about. So we go by what media tell us. And
Right. You
it'd be
can't
totally
fall in all that,
different,
man. Look,
Totally
man.
different.
They don't want you to know. They try to keep it from
Oh,
you.
yeah, exactly.
That's what it is. When you find out, you're gonna be happy.
Yeah.
Happy you did. Keep it moving.
Yeah, but that's why I'm excited about the conference and all that we do, man, is because it gives people the platform to know it's real, for one. To know it's real.
Right.
And so when you talk about traveling and you talk about me traveling, the good thing about it is that it's possible. It ain't like, I wish I can do it. I'm like, I said, why? You can't.
Right. Why you can't?
You can't, because all you got to do is change some things. If you say, well, my job or I don't make enough money,
Right.
then you have to change that platform.
Right.
But that's the beauty of it is when you don't know how, it's somebody there going to show you how. To say, all right, well, you know what? I don't know what to do next. All right, I got you.
Right.
I got you. So if it's not my expertise, it's somebody that I can show you.
Right.
And so that's the beauty of this thing, man, is that it's somebody going to show you. Even if you say, I'm just stuck right now, I don't know what to do. It's somebody going to talk about being unstuck.
Yeah.
And all of those things, if it's like right now, my knee been killing me. All right, know what? You might need to get with Terrence because it may just be a matter of you losing some weight.
Right.
And
always
those type
come.
of things,
It always come to that or diet.
Yeah. So I know those type of things are possible. It's just a matter of tweaking things. And so being in that environment, hearing the right things, talking to the right people, and that's why this conference is so powerful, man. And that's why the mantra of it is basically is connect, collaborate, and conquer.
Right.
Because the thing is, if we connect with people, and then we start to collaborate,
right?
We can't conquer.
It's a done deal. We all can sit at the table.
Yeah, we all can sit at the table.
And
that's what, man. I'm just saying, there's so many components to this. Because when you talk about sitting at the table, it's gonna be some people they don't even know it right now. To be honest with you, they don't even know that I'm gonna hit them up on that, bro. But it was people that threw me the rope. They get me in the game and they ain't asked me for a dime.
Right.
And that's what it is. They didn't mind me sitting at the table. And we got to get away from that thinking that ain't nobody gonna invite us because they doing their thing. No, it's enough for everybody.
It's enough for everybody.
It's enough for everybody.
Go ahead. I mean, you brought a lot to the table anyway. You was coming in with the mindset. You a competitor. You had the mindset of a champion. I'm gonna win anyway, regardless. People see that hunger in you, and they see how you move. They're like, yo, let's connect with this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The first time I met you, and I heard you I think it was somewhere up Glenwood at some Faith Armstrong had an event. It was a few years back.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was man, it was a few years back.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's you was doing your thing then. I think it was like 2014.
Okay, yeah.
You know, that's when I first met you, and I heard you speak, and you was out there. You had your booth and everything like that. You had pens and everything. I said, yeah. I said, okay, you've been rocking since then. I've been following you, and also I've done your show a few times.
Yeah.
Which is, y'all need to check in his show, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna learn a lot from that, man. From the basement to the boardroom. I'm gonna keep plugging that.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, man, because that's the easy part for folks. That's what I tell people. You got and you see my hashtag if you follow me, you know, if you not follow me on Instagram at Rich Boy, that's with an I, RICHBOIJUP1. You know, and because the thing is that that's little things you can do, man, to really change your life, change your bank account. You know, when folks say my bank account not set up like that, let's reset it.
Yeah, reset it.
You
gotta.
But the thing about it is, you can listen. You can listen to radio shows that's about business and change and motivation. Podcasts. You know, you can listen to this show. You always having powerful people on.
Appreciate that.
I'm getting caught up in the office at time. I'm like, man, let me get out here at 8. I'm at 8 o'clock, but before you know it, it's 10 because I didn't watch 2 hours worth of YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm watching different people.
Yeah.
I didn't got on ET. I'm watching next thing you know, I'm watching Les Brown. I'm watching, you know, I didn't got caught up in all these videos, but man, I'm inspired. I'm empowered.
Yeah. You was at the Thomas.
E.T.?
E.T. You was there with him.
I've done several, not actually spoke at his stuff though. But I've sat at the table where they wanted to put me in the game on some stuff.
Yeah,
though.
that's what's
but
up.
I do have a relationship in the sense I've been with them in several cities, from St. Louis to Houston, Atlanta, then connected with them. You know? So they gave me a platform.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So
congratulations, man.
Just like that, you know, I love the fact that these brothers are humble enough to be like, you know, CJ always like, there's Wells Waldo. He's like, because you don't know where B gonna be in. You know, be at. You know, and so these brothers be like, man, you know, they'll plug me, be like, man, this cat here been to all 7 continents, all ancient wonders, you know, and so they got enough confidence in them to plug me, you know, but they understand iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to be in those type of atmosphere. But just even being in the house and being in an environment, you got to make commitments. When you're talking about making your change, bruh, even if we was going to charge you the full price of this conference at $99, your lifestyle is not worth $99.
Right.
To find out what can I do different to be better, to find out from people that actually made money, you know, and that's making money.
It's a whole lot of game being dropped.
It's a whole lot of game drop, man. And like, you know, like Jay-Z said on his CD, I'm giving you basically $1 million worth of information for $9.99.
Yeah, dope.
You know, and that's people have been on me forever about when I do seminars. That my seminars can easily be based on what other people charge at $2,500 a seminar. You know, and for what I charge, if I charge, sometimes it's like, you got to start making these people pay, bro. Yeah. You know, but I understand the back end value of it because I get mine. Because if I give you information, I give you knowledge and make you better. Me having a tax business, a business enhancement company, more than likely you're gonna come see me.
Right.
So I'll get mine on the back end. And that's how I look at a lot of it. You know, but the thing is that it ain't gonna hurt me none to give you this information. Because I tell people, if you know me and been following me for years, they'll tell you, man, I've been in my early 20s making money.
Right.
I've been in my teens making money. One thing I've never had an issue about is how to make money and how to get money.
Right.
You know, and so that's what I want to do. I just really want to pass that on to people, man.
What type of tips or strategies you can give people who stress over money? How can you, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there that does not have the same mindset as we do. Okay, so there's a lot of people that stress over money.
Yeah, and what I tell people that stress over money, though, is basically start looking at the things that you do have. You know, first of all, because a lot of times we stress over money over things that we probably don't need. You know, over things we don't need. So my thing is start evaluating, you know, your wants versus your likes and your needs. You know, and see the things, look at the needs first and say, all right, you know what, I got everything I need. You know, all these other things is basically material or the add-ons.
Right.
You know, so I can't do it because see, it's a whole lot of Facebook and social media depression going on.
Yeah.
Because folks trying to keep up with everybody else who they think doing things, and so that's where that money and that stress come from because they see somebody doing something and they want to do that as well.
Right.
You know, but cut that out because a lot of that is false.
Right.
You know, I sit down with thousands of people every year.
Yeah, I know.
So the fancy cars, the houses, the bags that they come in there with, it's a whole nother story when they sit down with me.
Yeah. Of
You know,
course.
it's like, I need you, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, so it's a whole nother story. So
Yeah.
I know it ain't real. So don't stress over that. Count your blessings.
Right.
You know, and that's what I tell people when you stressing over money, count your blessings first. Sit back and think about all the things that you blessed for. You know, and then that way you know it's no money shortage, because if you got the things you need, you can always find a way to get the things you want.
Yeah. Gratitude is everything. Or if
It's
you,
everything.
you know, what I've learned is, so somebody said, if you stressing over money, just find ways to make more money.
To make more money. And that's one of the things I'm part of the conference, because to be honest with you, they'll tell you, my motto since I was young, my partners will tell you, my motto was, make more money you can spend, and
Right.
you don't have no money problems.
Right. You don't have no money problems.
You know, that was my goal.
Yeah.
Make more money than I can spend, and I won't have money problems.
Right, that's what it is. And you know, when people say, "Man, I ain't got no money, I'm stressing," I like find ways to create
Yeah.
more opportunities so you can make more money.
It's not that people don't have more money; it's that they don't have no creativity. They don't have no push, no drive. You know, because it's so many money making opportunities out there if you have some creativity, if you have some drive. You know, you ain't gonna always be where you need to be.
Right, right,
You know, but if you got creativity, you can make it happen till you get there.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
because I worked at Dunkin' Donuts and Ruby Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before I really got on. But what I did was, when people saw a grown man at Dunkin' Donuts and Ruby Tuesdays, basically, I had a degree, I had a business that was starting, but the whole thing about it was, I was actually doing that because it gave me the flexibility to get my business where I
Right,
needed to go.
right. Got
You know,
you.
so that was it was done with a passion. So I didn't have the money, but I didn't have money problems,
Right.
because once again, if I had to work 3 jobs to make sure my money was right to my business get where it needed to be, I was gonna do so. So what happens is people open up businesses. Oh, I just gave my business ain't popping, and I always tell people, give your business 100%. But sometimes you still gotta eat realistically.
Right.
But now you're too lazy. You don't have that grind to go ahead and get you a money source or something creative to bring in money until the
Right.
money starts to come.
Set up an online funnel with something.
You got to do something.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and so that's the thing, is that you basically don't stress over money if you count your blessings. Realize that you are blessed.
Yeah.
You know, and the money gonna come if you appreciate your blessings.
Right, right,
you know?
right.
And so and I hear people, and it's crazy because the people who have more money, they appreciate more money. The people who don't have it be like, it ain't nothing but $3.
Yeah.
I'd be like, it ain't nothing but $3. You know, but if
Right.
somebody didn't give you your change,
Right.
back,
Then
you'd be
you
like,
want the
well, what? I
$3.
say, but it ain't nothing but $3.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, you gotta appreciate it. And it was a fact that they said that if you go to a fast food restaurant and you go through drive-through and you go in the black community, you'll see so much change by the drive-through window
Yeah.
that people drop the change and just leave it there. They say you go into the affluent neighborhoods, you can't find a penny.
You can't find a penny. That's dope. Because they counting everything.
Because you know what? And what I learned early on too, man. What I learned early on, and I might briefly talk about this in my book about the appreciation of it. Because the thing is, we talk about God and giving us things and being appreciative. When you look at money, not in denominations, and when I say that, being, if I find a penny, I pick that penny up and I say,
Right.
thank you, Lord, for
Yeah.
blessing me.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you know what Lord did? He blessed me with money.
Right.
He didn't bless me with a penny.
He blessed me with money.
And see, the things that you appreciate more, you get more of it.
Right, right.
And so if you don't appreciate a penny, that which is money, then you ain't going to get more of it because your appreciation for it ain't strong. So that's with anything. That's with love. You know, if you appreciate love more, you're going to get more love.
Right.
If you appreciate health more, you're going to be healthier.
Yeah. Yep, most
That's with
definitely.
anything. So we have to change the way we think about that. You
Yeah.
know, so you control a lot of your money issues basically if you have appreciation, creativity, and hustle.
Yeah, definitely. You run out of more money before you run out of opportunity to make
man,
more
all
money.
day.
You know,
All day.
definitely that. Definitely
Yeah,
that. You
all
better
day.
sit there. I know people that can't sleep at night. They up thinking. They up writing things down, creating. You know, I'm like, what you doing? I'm doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. You know, people are really, really putting in the work and utilizing their 24 hours. Especially entrepreneurs, like, you know, we can get up and then we can go, if we need to take a nap, we can do that. Is no more clock to punch or whatever. You know, so you have more time to create something.
Yeah.
You putting your mind to work. Like, you know what? I'm going to utilize the creative side of my mind. And I'm going to create a platform where I can generate money.
Yeah.
all day.
And you're keeping your mind fresh. You're keeping it, you know, it's strong, so you can create those type of situations.
Yeah.
You know, and so we create a lot of our own stresses, you know, and the thing is that keep your mind fresh, man, and think positive, and money gonna come, because the thing is that when you start wielding things into your universe, it start happening for
Oh
you.
yeah, definitely.
You know, we do it for everything else.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about karma. There's no such thing as good karma.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, real good karma.
Everybody take karma with bad. If
With
you
bad,
do this,
right.
something gonna come back with. But the same is good karma. So if
Yeah.
I think good things and I do good things gonna come to me. So if I'm thinking money and I'm thinking in ways to bring money, and the beauty of the whole money thing is when you start making money, people start bringing you more money.
Yeah.
Because they see you as somebody they want to be around,
Right.
they want to be involved with.
That's some value right there. You get more money, you get an extra pep in your
Yeah,
step. You feel happy.
Yeah.
I know I do.
And people be like, man, you know,
Yeah.
I need to be around. this
Yeah, I
guy,
need.
'cause
That's
look
what
at
I
his
said.
spark.
Right.
You look at his spark, you know.
It's very infectious, and you know when you round certain individuals right off the bat, you know what it is.
Yeah.
So you pay close attention to keeping your mouth shut, keeping your ears open. A lot of times, you know, we don't know when to stop talking. You know, we need to just start listening. So when you're around individuals, when I'm around individuals like yourself, a lot of times I'm not doing any talking, man. I'm listening. I'm picking things up because I know I'm not the smartest person in the room.
Yeah.
So this is a learning opportunity for me. This is a whole curve for me. So I was like, okay, I want to know what's going on because a lot of things in business I'm picking up, I may not know. You know what that was, you know, and I come back, I'm like, oh man, you heard what he said? That may be the puzzle
Exactly.
to complete it all, you know. So I was like, yo, I'm just gonna keep it real quiet
Yeah.
and listen and listen and listen. So let me ask you a question. What's next on the thing? What's next on the roster for you? Because I know you got the Punta Cana, right?
Yeah. We got the Punta Cana L&B, our 16th year, man, doing the trip. Staff and client appreciation, you know, and it's all about showing love, man,
Yeah.
and giving back, you know. And so we got that going up to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, September 20 through the 24th. And also, if you didn't see yesterday, I'm doing an entrepreneur cruise to the Bahamas, which is going to piggyback off the conference. So we got a room set up where we're going to do a networking event for about 3-4 hours and a party. And then we're going to do a beach business card exchange. So with bikinis and Speedos, I want to see, we check the creativity, see how you going to keep a couple of business cards in there, you know.
Boy, you're gonna have to get you a Ziploc bag.
But
secret
that,
pockets.
once again, that just keep people connected, man.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you know, what I've learned, and it's been a very effective over the years. A lot of times, people don't see me doing a whole lot of traditional advertising,
right.
Because I coined a phrase basically called social. It's social marketing. Social marketing, because it's easier to get a person to come to a party with free drinks.
Yeah.
Than it is to get them to come to a networking event.
Yeah.
You know, and then I can hit you with cards and create
Right.
some things, because I'm probably gonna have a bigger house, bigger capacity if I say, all right, we got this party. So I learned to take a lot of my advertising dollars and put them into, you know, almost entertainment type things.
Right.
Because entertainment basically gonna trump entrepreneurship, you know, probably 67 to 14%.
And everybody's gonna have a great time.
And
They're gonna feel
everybody's gonna have a
relaxed,
great time. Exactly.
smiling, happiness, joy, and networking, making some money. That's always a beautiful thing,
Yeah, and
man.
that's a beautiful thing. And tell people, I'm not a golfer. I'm a partier. So, you know, so I ain't gonna make connections on a golf course, but we can make
Right.
connections on at a party, a cookout, or something like that. You know, but it's showing it's showing love, it's connecting.
Right.
You know, because it's always with a purpose. You know, and it's funny because you know, one of my partners, and we talk about it in my book a little bit. Is back in the day, if you've been in Atlanta for a while, you know about Visions.
Yeah.
You know, and they used to call me Mr. Visions.
He was out front.
They used to call me Mr. Visions, but yeah, but it was some money spent in Visions.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
But we would be in VIP, and it would start off just me and him, and before you know it, we 20 deep.
Yeah.
You know, and ain't no nobody, but everybody getting a card from me.
Right.
Everybody getting a business card. Everybody talking.
Right.
Because I used to always tell them, we going to make this pay for itself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he like, oh, man, I ain't worried about that.
Yeah.
He drank, you know, but I'm like, nah, somebody
Yeah,
paying for all
somebody,
this.
yeah, other
You know,
people's
and
money.
so my whole thing is that, you know, whenever I have something social, we're going to implement some business in this.
Oh yeah, most
You know, we're going
definitely.
to implement some business.
See, that's a nugget right there. Keep that in mind. Just because you think you're not on the clock, you're always on the clock.
Always on the clock.
You know, you're always on the field, baby. You better be
Yeah.
ready to take the shots.
If I hear people say that's in business, man, I'm off right now. I don't want to talk no business. I don't want to talk no business right now. Then you can't love what you're doing.
Right.
Because if you think about anybody that loves anything that they do, they want to talk about it anytime, anywhere. If you love fitness, you want to talk fitness all the time.
All day.
I don't care what you're doing. If somebody brings something up to you and say, man, you know, they got this, and you start talking, man, you kind of get excited, get
Yeah,
into it.
I get
you know,
into
and
it.
that's how I was with taxes in business.
yeah.
You know, and so if you love what you do, if people love their children, get somebody started about their child. Then you ain't gonna shut them up. And that's a love for that. You know,
Right.
so anything that you love, man, you can't shut it down.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like work.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell everybody where they can find you, man.
All right, hey, like I said, on Instagram, make sure you follow me at Rich Boy. That's with an I, J-U-P. Rich Boy Jupe #1, and go register for the conference. We got vendor opportunities left, sponsorship, and $25 grab bags. Put your stuff in there at richboyconference.com. You know, and anybody that actually inbox me on Instagram right now and tell me that you heard us on the show and you got one nugget from this, we're going to give you a free ticket to the
Yeah.
conference.
And inbox me too, and I'm gonna let them know. So
Yeah, inbox me or Terrence, and
Yeah.
then I'll give you a ticket, you know, to the show, man, because we really want people to be there and get this information.
yeah, that's what's up. I really appreciate you taking time out of your
Nah,
busy
brother,
schedule.
It's long overdue, man.
Yeah,
though.
man. Look, you really
Yeah.
blessed me. Thank you for dropping the nuggets in. Look, if you just tuning in, you missed it. You know, this is a Total Wellness Show with Terrence on One Away Praise Radio. I'm happy to be here, man. We alive and feeling great,
Yeah.
man. I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in a beautiful space
That's
right
it,
now.
man. Look, man. I'm not stressed. I'm living. I'm happy. I'm just doing things. So, you know, that's why I want for y'all. You know, while you out there going to get your money, you hustling, take care of yourself. Practice good behavioral patterns and behavioral traits, and incorporate everything that you need to incorporate into your mind and your body, your spirit, your emotions, everything. Like Mr. Brian just said, you know, gratitude, man. I appreciate everything that you have going on with you, and that's gonna increase your lifespan. You're gonna feel so youthful down the line.
It's
You know?
a beautiful thing when you can wake up stress free.
Yeah.
And I always say, man, I'm glad God didn't give me the worry gene.
Right. Ooh.
You know, I don't even know how to worry. I'm not good at that. I'm bad at stressing.
Right.
I'm bad at worrying. You know,
Mm-hmm.
one of my tattoos basically say Hakuna Matata. In God I trust.
Okay.
You know, meaning that every day gonna be a good day. I'm gonna put my, and if it's not, I'm gonna put my faith in God.
Yeah, that's
you know?
it.
And so I'm not gonna trip on that.
Number one. So anyway, this is the Total Wellness Show. Once again on Praise One Way Praise Radio. We are here. Happy Monday. Happy Healthy Monday. Look, I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Take care of yourself. Love your family. Go hug somebody. Give somebody a compliment. Whatever you got to do, man, to increase that happiness. All right. So we signing off, and I hope to see you guys on next Monday. Peace.